Good evening. I'm Nancy Grace. I want to thank you for being with us tonight. The desperate search for 3-year-old Florida girl, Caylee Anthony.
911, what is your emergency? I have about 50 plus protesters outside my house. They're all on my property. I have no trespassing signs on. This is Cindy Anthony calling. Okay. They're all out there screaming murder and stuff. And I have people trying to come into my house, and they're disrupting them. And I don't want a riot to start outside my home. So if someone could send a deputy by, I would appreciate it.
All right, we'll get someone out there as soon as we can.
All right, thank you. I don't think they even have a permit for their protest.
Okay.
All right, thank you. Bye.
When you call in and says, it smells like there's a dead body in my daughter's car, what did you say that for? Because you know there was a dead body there.
No, I don't.
You liar. What did you say then? Why did you say it?
Straight out to Mark Williams with WNDB News Talk. Mark, what's the latest?
Well, the big story today, of course, Nancy, was the deal for limited immunity that expired at 9 o'clock this morning, basically the opening of business at the county attorney's office, and she did not take it, nor did her attorney, Jose Baez, take advantage of that. And, of course, as you know, Nancy, that the deal would have been if she would have talked about where she may have placed Casey's body or given the whereabouts of Caylee's body, she would not have been prosecuted, but they could have used any evidence gathered to use that against her in the investigation and, of course, any subsequent trial. That is the big thing that happened today. No movement there whatsoever, so she still remains in the Orange County Jail.
We are taking your calls live. Back to Mark Williams with WNDB News Talk. We just played a portion of a 911 call where the Anthonys are calling police regarding protesters there in their front yard. Now, we have heard intimations by the Anthonys police are doing nothing to help them. Didn't police show up in regard to that 911 call?
4 cruisers showed up that night. Several of them were unmarked cruisers. Most of them were marked, but they showed up, and that was before the arrest of Casey Anthony later that evening. The deal is the protesters showed up. It was an Internet sort of deal that they all got together on the Internet, and they showed up Friday night. I don't know if you need a permit to assemble there because it is on public property. There were about 50 protesters. Everything was fine. The police presence, of course, kind of quieted things, but it could have become really ugly.
What exactly are they protesting, Mark Williams?
Well, they're protesting Casey Anthony herself. They were holding signs accusing Casey of being literally a baby killer. And that's kind of what they're thinking of. They think that Casey Anthony should come to trial. She should be convicted. But let's just put it in context. The biggest thing is she is innocent until proven guilty. She has not been proven guilty yet.
You know, Mark, I appreciate that tutorial on the law, but I was simply trying to find out what the drift is of the protesters out in the front yard. They are becoming increasingly angry. Also, grandmother Cindy Anthony has shown up on national TV claiming that police are doing nothing to help find Caylee. Take a listen.
Caylee is with someone that Casey had trusted, and I believe that Casey had been just, betrayed. And it's unfortunate that it's going to take the average citizen to bring Caylee back home to me alive, and not the authority.
The information that we've got back from the FBI lab indicating that, that she was in the trunk of that car and that she's dead, certainly is information we take very seriously.
My reaction is that John Allen is speaking out of context, and if you would have had Commander Irwin's interview later on in the day, he also stated that they're following up evidence in their investigation that Caylee may be alive. And I believe that because I'm still getting phone calls of people that have seen Caylee, and they're frustrated because the authorities aren't investigating. EquiSearch wants to know why thousands of people aren't out helping them look in the woods. I'm getting phone calls from people saying why they're not out looking in the woods, because they don't believe Caylee's out there. They believe Caylee's alive and that Caylee is with somebody. So that's my reassurance.